If you picture a flamingo, there's a good chance you imagine the same thing most people do. A tall pink bird standing perfectly balanced on a single leg. It's one of the most recognizable animal behaviors in the world. Flamingos often stand in shallow water, surrounded by others in their flock, quietly resting while balancing on just one leg. But why do they do that? Balancing on one leg seems uncomfortable, even risky. Most animals spread their weight across multiple limbs for stability. Yet flamingos often spend long periods standing this way, sometimes even while sleeping. So what's the advantage? The answer turns out to involve a fascinating combination of physics, biology, and energy conservation. To understand why flamingos stand on one leg, it helps to start with where they live. Flamingos spend much of their lives standing in shallow lakes, lagoons, and wetlands. These environments often contain salty or alkaline water, and the temperatures can sometimes be surprisingly cool. Standing in water for long periods creates a problem for many animals. Heat loss. Water draws heat away from the body much faster than air does. When a bird stands in water, especially cooler water, heat from its body begins transferring into the surrounding environment. Over time, that can lead to significant energy loss. And for animals that spend hours feeding or resting in shallow water, conserving energy becomes very important. This is where the flamingo's unusual posture may help. One widely accepted explanation is temperature regulation. When a flamingo lifts one leg out of the water and tucks it against its body, it reduces the amount of heat lost through that limb. Instead of two legs exposed to cooler water, only one remains in contact with the environment. The other leg stays warm against the bird's body. By alternating legs occasionally, the flamingo can limit heat loss while still maintaining balance. This strategy is somewhat similar to how people might tuck their hands into their pockets on a cold day to keep them warm. It's a small adjustment, but over time it helps conserve body heat. However, temperature regulation might not be the whole story. Scientists studying flamingos have discovered something even more surprising about their posture. Standing on one leg may actually require very little muscular effort for a flamingo. In fact, their bodies appear to be specially designed to make this position extremely stable. Researchers studying flamingo anatomy found that when the bird shifts its weight over one leg, the joints in the leg align in a way that allows the body to balance almost automatically. Instead of constantly using muscles to stay upright, the bird's skeletal structure helps support its weight. This means the flamingo can stand on one leg while using very little energy. In one fascinating study, scientists examined flamingo bodies and even tested how their legs behaved after death. When researchers positioned a flamingo's body upright on one leg, it remained surprisingly stable without any muscle activity at all. The joints and bones naturally locked into a balanced position. But when they tried to position the bird standing on two legs, the body was actually less stable. This suggests that the flamingo's anatomy may be naturally optimized for single-leg balance. In other words, standing on one leg might actually be easier than standing on two. There may also be another advantage. Flamingos often spend long periods resting while standing in groups. By shifting onto one leg, they can relax some of their muscles while the skeletal structure supports their body. This allows them to conserve energy during periods of rest. In some cases, flamingos have even been observed sleeping while balanced on one leg. It's a remarkable example of how evolution can produce solutions that seem strange at first glance, but are actually very efficient. So while the image of a flamingo standing on one leg might look unusual to us, it's likely the result of several biological advantages working together. The posture helps reduce heat loss in water, allows the bird to conserve energy, and takes advantage of a skeletal structure that naturally stabilizes the body. What appears awkward or uncomfortable to us is actually a highly efficient position for the bird. Nature is full of behaviors that seem mysterious until we take a closer look. And flamingos standing on one leg is a perfect example. What looks like a balancing act is really a clever adaptation shaped by millions of years of evolution. This has been Questions Answered. If there's another everyday mystery about animals, science, or the world around us that you've always wondered about? Leave it in the comments. And if you enjoy uncovering the hidden logic behind the things we see every day, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.